What's up, everybody, man? This your guy, J.R. Hartley, J. Jutta. We here with Mr. The original himself, man. I'm kind of excited to be doing this portion of the documentary. It don't go back much further than this. You know what I'm saying? And if it does, it's gonna be hard to get that information. How you doing, Bill, man?
All right.
Man, I wanna thank you first of all for even sitting down with a young street punk like myself, man.
Oh, it's all about helping everybody and doing the right thing.
That's right.
The truth will all set you free.
That's right. That's right. The truth will set you free. So what we're doing here today, man, we're with Alley Media Group, and we're basically a media group based out of East Palo Alto Bay area. And right now, this is our #1 project, and we're doing a documentary on the basically music appreciation from the East Palo Alto Menlo Park area. So this basically started out with the idea of myself. I know a lot of people in hip hop, things of that nature, and in my generation, that's what it's been. It's been hip hop music. It's been funk and jazz also, but most of it's been hip hop. But as I got to going on the trail of that, it led me to basically all the way back to you, man, in the 60s or 70s, man.
Oh yeah, well, I felt it and I did it. They just said, you can't do that. But my daddy told me you can do anything you want to do. So I got coupled together with Eddie Adams and Nick Harper.
Eddie Adams and Nick Harper.
And those guys helped me, guided me through.
What, that was your first business with the music?
The first time I did it on my own. I went to the studio and recorded a song called Get Up to Get Down? No, I think it was, but it was the first one. It sounded like a toy record, and I recorded at Pacific Recordings in San Mateo.
Okay, Pacific
and
Recordings.
They played it at the college station, but then I went back, got my regrouped, and in '78 we went to the studio and worked hard.
So wait. So this was before '78.
Yeah, in '76 I put a record out.
Can we start from the beginning, man? Can we start East Palo Alto Menlo Park area? Can we start? What was the culture like? What was the ethnicity makeup? What was the hanging out style? What did people do? What was in back then, man? What was hip? What was the life like in the late '60s, early '70s? Throughout the late '60s through the '70s, what was that type of life for a black man around that area?
Yeah, well, at that time, everybody was chasing behind the Malibus and the Whispers. They was the main group that was playing around the Bay Area. I went to see them at the Sportswood Lounge in Berkeley, and I came back and said, fellas, let's do this.
Right.
And so I got Joe Nairobi that had the club, Joe's Nairobi. I got him as our manager. And
where was that at? Where was that club?
It was right on University at a club called Joe's Nairobi.
On University in Bay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
I think they got a coffee shop there now.
Yeah. Well, then he had a little club. When he stopped being our manager, he had opened up that little club called the Dunbar. Remember the Dunbarton Club? He ran that first, and then he opened up the club across the street. And so at that time, we started moving around and doing stuff. We hanging out with Chuck Stevens, Bobby Stevens' little brother. Okay. Had this club called the Checkmate. We was doing shows there. We were doing shows all in San Jose, all over the Bay Area. We was doing stuff. We was called the Sterlings then.
Sterlings.
And so
that something?
And then the early to mid '70s.
So who's in the Sterlings?
Nathaniel Fleetwood, Bob Craig, Jerry Miller. And one time, Tommy Moore was in there. He was in the Drifters too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Tommy Moore. What's up, big homie?
You know Tommy Moore?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So Tommy was in the group with us, and he got out. And then when he got out, Jerry Miller came in the group. And then after we had that group for a while, then we kind of broke up and changed our name to Vader.
Vader. Okay.
And then we started writing songs and stuff.
Now let me ask you. The first group was what?
The Sterlings.
And the second group was Vader?
Yeah.
Okay, and during the Sterlings, before you guys actually created that group, what was it like? I mean, was there a Pacific house that people went to? I know back in, instruments were big back then.
Yeah.
Everybody had, and nowadays everybody's a rapper. Back then, everybody was a musician.
Yeah.
You know, a jazz player. Where did people? How did people get together and find out they even knew I was worth anything and go try to make some money or do it professional?
Well, we started off, we'd go to parties and start drinking. The guys could sing, we'd get together and start doing that doo-wop stuff.
Okay, doo-wop.
And one day this lady came over, and I think, what was his name? Bob. He had his own dealership. He fixed on cars right down Bay Road. His wife was kind of helped him. Anyway, she came in and she goes, "You guys can make money doing that." Yeah. And that's when the little idea, like a little light popped in my head. I said, "Oh, you can." Yeah. So and I'd already seen. I just got through seeing the Malibus and the Whispers at the same time at the Sportsman's Lounge.
That was in East Palo Alto?
No, that was in Berkeley.
In Berkeley, okay.
But I came back home and told him, "Hey man, we doing this at parties. I've seen these other guys doing it. We can do it too." So
get paid.
That's what we started doing. Started singing all over the Bay Area, and then after a few years doing it, we changed our name, and then we did it a little bit more, and then in the mid '80s, that's when I changed it. We got in a group called Sorokas.
Sorokas.
They came back and started writing and doing more songs. Like back last night, I wrote 3 songs at once.
Did you? 3 songs at once. I don't even know how you mean. That sounds like
it was.
That
once you
like
get used
Bill.
to doing it, once you get used to doing it, it's not. You say, "Oh man, that was hard," but it's not really that hard anymore because it's just something that I do.
It's a pattern. You
Once I learned, got my little pattern down on doing it, that's what I like to do. Yeah. Regardless of me making those links and other stuff that I'm making, but the music has always been the number one thing.
So who first put an instrument in your hand?
Well, I played a little bit of saxophone and clarinet when I was in junior in high school.
Saxophone, that's the one. I never made it, man. Trumpet and trombone. Yeah. I was jealous of y'all sax players, man. Y'all got all the women, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, got all the women.
We had Jabo in the group. That boy was a monster saxophone player.
The Jabo?
Yeah, but hanging over there on East O'Keefe, that's where his demise came. Okay. Yeah, some people dusted him over there.
You got killed?
Yeah, the Mexicans got him. Yeah, he went over there. They shot him. He was just, his brother got into it with somebody, and he got out the car and they shot him.
And when was this?
This was back in 94.
Okay.
94 when it happened. No, 95, I think. Okay. Yeah.
And that's a little bit of how it is in the East Palo. It's definitely inner city. Whatever you may call it, it's a lot of violence, drugs, things like that. So people really have to overcome the current situation to have something better. They really have to stay focused. So that's why we basically here talking to Bill. He made a life out of this. This is real music. This is really where we came from. And it's really important that y'all out there, especially if you're from East Palo Alto, Menlo Park area, and you talking about you or this or that, doing with entertainment, you need to know where your roots come from. And, you need to at least know that and go from there, man. And once you find out, do what you want with it. But this is one of the first branches coming off that root, man. Right here, man. Bill Whatley, man. How you say your name?
Bill Whatley.
Okay. So back then, you say there's a lot of people. So you came into Kavasa?
Huh?
Your second group was what was it called?
The first group was the Sterling, the second group was Vader, and the last group was Sorokas.
Sorokas, okay, I'm tripping. So we was going in.
Rock Us.
Soul
Rock Us.
Okay. Yeah. Soul Rock Us.
Yeah.
Like my soul is finna rock you.
Albert Williamson, he was the leader of the band at that time. He quit. He's been working down at the Star Musicians in Sunnyvale right now.
Is that right? I was just over there, man.
Yeah, he's a teacher. He teaches horns and stuff.
Is that right?
He's a monster singer and musician. He's a monster.
And where's he from?
He's from Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Kansas City.
Okay, so who was it? Who was it in the when you came to Vader? Who was in that group?
Dan Atkinson, Ronnie McClain, Jerry Miller was in there too, and even Marvin Miller in there, and Tony Glover was even in there.
Huh.
Yeah, we were singing back in them days. You know, the harmony thing that was the main thing. And sometimes it wasn't even the singing; it was just the lead singer was just that harmony. We had that real. Always liked the groups that had that super strong harmony.
Right.
Yeah, there was a few groups around town that was thumping real hard.
Yeah.
Everybody said, well, that competition never really meant nothing to me. What I'm trying to do is be better than myself.
The Majestics, the Love Men.
Yeah.
Who else? These are groups. When you were starting out, these were groups who were getting busy around that area.
Yeah, everybody was trying to shine and get all the work.
So it's like a healthy competition.
Yeah.
The Majestics, the Love Men.
Even the Malibus and the Whispers used to come to town a lot,
Really?
And then the ballads and
So we had clubs that people would come out of town.
Yeah.
And they would come to our clubs in East Palo Alto Miller Park area.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
See, we don't have that now. There's not one single club where people come and enjoy themselves. Bars, yeah, but not clubs, no.
Yeah, because with Joe Nairobi was Joe Stamper. He was the one that was running it.
And his name was Joe Nairobi.
They called the club Joe Nairobi. It was the Nairobi Club, but they called it Joe's Nairobi.
Okay.
But his name was Joe Stamper.
Okay.
And his cousin Fleetwood did most of the lead singing. I got that other poster in there from when we was the Sterlings.
Okay, and we're gonna let y'all see that too.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a look at that, and also you guys are gonna hear some of this great music, this real music, man. This dude's talented, bro. So Vader, was there a difference between style of music from the first group and the set? Well, you went over 3 so far, but you didn't go over the third one. But was there a difference in style and delivery in the music? Did it switch up any? I mean,
yeah, well, it's pretty close. I have one of those kind of minds that's wide open for stuff, and some of the stuff I use, then some of the other stuff I really like.
Okay.
But it's all of my songs are pretty. They kind of. It's hard to say, because when you get an idea, you run with it. It might be not like the last one you had. But there's a little difference in it. But a lot of my stuff sounds, has it. I like, cause I also like to do gospel and reggae. I like that stuff too. So I got a song that me and Tebo doing right now called "Don't Shoot, I'm Just a Humble Brother Mine."
I'm just a humble brother mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tebo is a monster bass player.
Tebow's a monster, man.
He's a monster, boy.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
When he first came to my house, I went, "Boy, where have you been?" And so we real tight today. We're still trying to get it together. Because in between me doing this other song that you heard, me and him was already working on this other song.
Okay.
So we still gotta finish that. I finished that one. Plus I got two more with Felton.
Okay.
First with Felton.
Who's Frankie Tbone. Bam.
I'll talk to him later.
It's Frankie right here in the gold.
Yeah.
With the gold watch.
Well, see.
And the OG earring in the left ear.
Well, when Hammer did that thing on Deion Sanders,
yeah,
Frankie was the one who played on that.
Must be the money. Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie played on that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Frankie Tbone.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So okay.
In the video, he was wearing an orange suit. He said, "Hey man, you see the person in the orange suit?" I said, "Yeah."
He was in the Must Be the Money video.
He was in the video.
See, you didn't tell me about that, Frank.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me about that, man.
He was working over there with Hammer all the time.
Oh, see, he didn't mention none of that, man.
Yeah.
He didn't mention none of that.
Yeah. See, Frankie's been around doing the stuff, He went down to L.A. when Will did that thing on Herbie Hancock.
See,
Frankie played the bass on that.
I got that part.
Yeah.
We did that part.
Yeah.
That dude's modest, man. Y'all some modest dudes, man.
Yeah, well, it's all about, living and trying to do the thing. I'm the only biggest I can, do what I would do. I'm not trying to be nobody other than just myself. I'm always gonna be the same.
Yeah.
When I was 20 years old, I act just like I act today.
That's right.
See, once you say, how they say what it goes, an old fool used to be a young fool.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 That's what they say.
Monster. Yeah.
So where'd you meet Frankie Tbone?
What's that? Tippy Jackson brought him over one day and said, "Hey man, this is my bass player," and he had Kenny Strong and Frankie said, "This is my bass player and this is my drummer. I'm gonna let you use them, but they still mine."
Right.
No, that didn't last too long. So me and Frank got like this,
Yeah.
and it was on.
And Frankie was 17.
Frankie was 17. Me and him sit down and engineered all of this stuff that Vader did.
Okay.
We had everybody else in on him doing stuff, but me and him together sit down and engineered everything that had to be done. He was at my house every day.
Yeah. And so you and Frankie basically were the heads of Vader?
Yeah, we were
the
one,
masterminds.
We the one mastermind the whole thing. We sit down and talk every day. We got to do it like this. We got to do it like that.
What type of band were you? What was it
Well,
called?
we
What
just
genre of
did
music?
a little R&B, and we played here and there, doing little things, But we finally went to the studio and laid that stuff, and then I gave it to Nick Harper, and Nick Harper put it on the radio and made #1 Bay Area pick.
Is that on what station?
On KSOL.
KSOL, baby. K-Soul.
Yeah. I talked
Okay.
to Nick because this song that I'm working on, Nick's gonna do that DJ rap on.
So you guys had a label back then?
We called it MW for Miller and Whatley. I was the one who spent all the money though, but since he was my tightest friend, I put him in there because, when you're on Social Security, you ain't supposed to be doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff anyway.
Yeah.
I said, well, I don't want them seeing me out there doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff because, they had operated on me and did a bunch of stuff, but I didn't, back in them days, you don't be jumping up and spending a whole bunch of money doing something. Well, where'd you get the money doing this? But I was constantly refinancing. Every time I refinanced my house, I was in the studio.
Yeah.
Every time I was back in the studio doing. I got a lot of songs that never was, and probably will never be out. We had a song called Butter that was off the hook.
Butter.
Yeah. She got butter moving left to right.
Hey! y'all
It's so
better get
good,
up
I
on
just
it,
can't
man.
help myself.
That's right. It's butter, baby.
Yeah. And Dan did most of the leading on that. He's right down there in Fresno now. He's doing mostly gospel stuff. He has to stay down, but he's going to come up and say, man, when you get ready for me. So I'm constantly writing more stuff. I'm going to bring a whole bunch of friends in that I know can really blow.
Yeah.
Give them, because these people that should have been successful, but they never was. And if I can get a chance to bring them to the front, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Because people like Dan, the girl that was on this back here, she got a monster voice on her. And she's a monster writer too.
Yeah.
I did almost a whole album on her and never put it out.
Is that right? So where's all this stuff, man?
I got this around here somewhere. We put that out. We put an album out in '88, Sorokas album, and we got a record deal from Timeless Records in England.
Okay.
And they played it in Europe.
So the first record came out in '86.
The first record came out in '76.
'76, excuse me.
The next
76.
one came out in '78. The next one came out in '81, but it didn't play till '83. Then in '84, I did a gospel. In '85, I did another 45. Then '88, I put out another album. And then '90, I recorded the album, but I didn't put that out.
Okay.
I was still waiting on that other stuff to fall, but the music business is a hard nut to crack.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's dog eat dog in the music business.
Yeah, it is. You're not lying.
And they got vultures out there. The middleman is the one that kind of runs away with the money.
Yeah.
He'll know the people, and he'll get you and say, hey, yeah, let's go do this. But he'll hold you back over here. He'll go talk to the man.
Right.
And he'll make his deal.
Right.
And then get you signed up. And then you signed up, you can't get rid of him.
Oh man, that's cold-blooded.
That's the way it works.
That's how it is, huh? It's
That's
business.
the way, that's the way it is. You just have to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of writers out there. There's a lot of singers out there. But what a friend of mine told me the other day, he said, man, there's a lot of great singers out there, but they don't have a song.
Right. Yeah.
And so that makes a difference. And it's not always how good you are. Most of the time, it's who you know.
That's right. That's right.
It's you know. Because, me and my buddy, we wrote a whole bunch of songs and was handing them to different people. And he was sending them to the Whispers and stuff, and they didn't do our song. We had some good songs. Okay. You know, but they didn't do them. A lot of people say, well, why didn't they do it? But it was political. At that time, certain people that was the head of the group that had certain friends that they wanted to do their stuff. Right. Yeah, I'm not mad at them. Right. You know, because I know the Lord knows what He's gonna do with me. Right. You know, if I got a chance, He's gonna sooner or later give it to me. If I don't, it ain't that I didn't have a chance, because I had a chance to do some other things, but I chose to do my music because I like it. Right. You know, that's a good life, not a bad life, man. If you ask me, especially if you done made a couple chips doing it. Yeah, well, I've never made that much money doing it, but I just can't stop doing it. Man, any type of money, man. Yeah, well, we would get out and make the shows. I was sending records overseas, and I had a friend of mine that knew some people over there, so he was constantly sending all the records I pressed up. He'd send them over there and send me some money back. Yeah. Sure. I was having fun doing it, and I had another partner. I was sending his records over there, too, so they was sending money back for him. And this is in the 70s? This was like in the 80s. This guy was taking all my old stuff. He said, oh, you got all this old stuff? Let me take it out. Send it overseas. And he was sending it. And then some kind of way I got that record deal over in England. When I put that Sorokas, they call it Sorokas. And I got it right under Michael Jackson. Oh, is that right? He said, who is this Bill Whatley guy? Is that right? He goes, he got some nice songs and some of the stuff he did, but some of his stuff don't make sense. That's what made me start rewriting my stuff. You know, I was like, wait a minute. I mean, everything that rhymes don't make sure they don't really go together. Right. I was just rhyming stuff. Right. And I was like, wait a minute, look at this. Well, you know, that don't make sense. But a lot of times you don't realize one word can take stuff that don't make sense and make them like and can take two lyrics and make them work. Yeah. If they don't work without that and. You know, it's a lot of different techniques of writing songs and stuff. Wordsmith. You know, because usually verses are usually 8 bars long. Right. Well, see, that gospel song I had to do had 16 bars. Right. It sounds like a rap song. Yeah. Man, you know, 16. So it's different techniques on doing it all. Everybody got their own different techniques, you know. Right. You know, because like Frankie's cousin, Kim Ware, that boy, monster. He just said blah, blah, blah. He just come with stuff like, boy, this boy's off the hook. Yeah. That's Frankie's first cousin, Kim Ware. That boy, he's back east right now. Okay. Yeah. But that's the man with the dashiki, or what's they called, the hat? Yeah. Okay. And then I talked to Dave the other day. He was playing in the band at TI over in Treasure Island, a jazz band. He said, man, I'm getting ready to go on. I'm just checking with you. I said, well, I just put this song together and I had it mastered, sounding pretty good. I'm trying to put it out there and let's see what the people think. Okay, real quick. Turn, if you could turn real quick. Who are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people I see right here? Okay. We got 7 young players and a young playette right here. Yeah. Who? Let's start right here at the top. That's Lonnie McClain. Lonnie McClain. What he do? He sings. Okay. That's the dude you heard that did that. And did that hard run, that was him that did that. Okay. Then next to Big Lonnie, who we got? That's Robina Jackson. Robina Jackson. Yeah. And what she do? She's a monster vocalist and writer. She just called me today and wished me a happy birthday. That's right, happy birthday, man. Most definitely, Bill, man. Happy birthday, brother. 76. How young are you today? 76. 76. Ooh, I got a long way to go. Man, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. Yeah, that's when I didn't wear a hair on my face. Okay. That was baby face, man. Okay, so that's one more time? Robina Jackson. Miss Jackson? Okay, who's that player in the middle, man? That's me up there. Okay. That's young player. Is that Bill? Yep. Oh, man. So what was that, man? Was that a perm with Jerry Curl? What was that? Jerry Curl. Okay. So, who's this player right here, man? That's Kim Ware. That's Frankie T's cousin. Okay. Now, he looked like he really went into the hip-hop thing. Oh, that boy was tough. He wrote a song called 6-4. Yeah. Woo, that song was awesome. Okay. He sung on it, then he rapped on it, too. Yeah. So he sing and rap. He play instruments? Yeah, he plays keys. And he plays keys, okay. Yeah, he writes his own music. That's right.
And who's this young dude right here?
That's Ron Petit.
Ron Petit. Now you say he passed right here?
Yeah, he passed a few years ago.
Okay. And what's he doing?
Guitar player, monster guitar player.
Monster guitar.
One of the best guitar players I ever heard.
Ron Petit.
Yeah.
Okay. Rest in peace, Ron. Who's this young player right here?
That's Leroy Kilgore. Everybody call him Jabo.
Jabo.
Yeah. Monster saxophone player.
Yeah.
On all that stuff all that Sorokas stuff he did, he played the saxophone on it.
Okay. So, okay, well, let's keep moving. Bam, who's that dude?
Frankie Tebo,
Frank Tebo. What
Yeah.
Tebo do?
the bass player.
The bass. He look a little more flashy than y'all.
Yeah, well, Frank was doing all kind of stuff, like I say, he was over there with a hammer and stuff. Like he plays, like that club was at the Quarter Note. He's there every Thursday
That's
night.
right.
He was out there with Marvin Miller. I think it's at Saturday night or Friday night.
Okay.
And in San Francisco, and that's he's a monster bass player.
Okay.
And a writer too. He's a monster writer too.
Bass player
And
and
you've
writer.
seen some of his albums. He put out a few of his own albums.
Okay. We getting into, well, I heard a few of the things already.
Yeah, I got one of them sitting over here.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that in a second. Now, who's this young player?
Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle?
David Chappelle, yeah.
Chappelle.
He got his own studio over there in Oakland now for East 14.
Okay.
And you know them warehouses over there? He got one of them big old warehouses, and he went in there, he laid that monster.
Yeah.
And he got pictures of all the stuff he's done all up his wall.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, where are all those people from?
Oh, well, everybody from different areas. Well, Lonnie McClain, he grew up in East Palo Alto.
Okay.
I think Robina, she's from Bakersfield. Well, I'm from Kansas, San Francisco, and East Palo Alto.
Okay.
And Kim Ware, he grew up in East Palo Alto. Ron, he grew up in Kansas City.
Okay.
And I think Dave originally from Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And Frankie grew up in Menlo Park.
Okay.
And Jabo, he's from Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the monster musicians.
At that time, they were all living around East Palo Alto?
Yeah.
What's that? What year is that?
That was like 1990, 91, something like that.
That was 91 right there?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay, 91. Okay. And what is that, Vader?
That's Sorokas.
Sorokas.
Yeah.
Okay.